Hey fellow fanatics, DJ Bricks here, back for another unscripted, unsponsored review of a LEGO Star Wars 2022 set, our first of the year. It is the Razor Crest Microfighter, but before we get into any of that, please, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel so you can enjoy more LEGO content, LEGO Star Wars stuff. I tend to upload every Wednesday. Smash the like button because it helps the channel. Comment and what you think about the set in the comments below, because that really helps out the channel. And share if you think others will enjoy, because that really helps out the channel and grow and reach more fanatics. But getting into today's set, again, first LEGO Star Wars 2022 set. We have a lot of changes from stud shooters to packaging to get into, so let's not waste any more time. It is the Razor Crest Microfighter. It is 75321. Recommended for building ages 6 and up. And comes with 98 pieces, and it retails here in America for about $10 US. It is also one of the first Microfighter to be a standalone release, where it doesn't have any series tied to it. So without further ado, let's get into it, start deconstructing it, seeing how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. So going over the only figure of the set, of course it's Mando in his Beskar armor. We've gotten this figure numerous times in 2021, but this time is like the Mandalorian Forge. We get his jetpack, which is really cool. That other set was a retailer exclusive to Target here in the States, so it is nice to get this in a wider release set for kids who want Mando with his jetpack. Otherwise, getting into his other accessory here, he comes with the regular Star Wars small pistol here. Weirdly, he doesn't come with the hose agent's piece for his small pistol, and he doesn't come with his other gun, weirdly, even though they use that as a base for his bigger signature gun. I think that's just to keep in continuity with the other Microfighters, where they all were given this small pistol to just give them something to fight with. But I'm going to spend less time on this figure because we've gotten it a few times. I've already shown it off in other videos. He does come with some nice shiny print for the torso and the legs. They're unchanged. He's got the shoulder arm printing here with the Mudhorn sigil on that side. He's got nice printing on this side for other parts of the armor. He's got that nice pearl silver color for the helmet, again unchanged. Again, unfortunately, just a plain black head underneath said armor. Taking that jetpack away, there is his back torso printing. Again, this something I've not noted before, but this chrome that they printed with is so shiny that you can actually have reflection in it. As you can see there, my finger is kind of reflecting off of it, so that is pretty cool. Getting all that armor back on, that concludes our look at the figure. Let's move on to the actual set. So getting into the main build here, it was pretty straightforward. It took maybe a little over half an hour for me to build. It's just that simple and basic, but it is there was some nice techniques used here, where with the turbines being attached, this nice use of part here for some engine detail for the top of the thing. You do have some nice studs here used as the landing skid, so this thing stays where it's supposed to. They do use a clipped hinge piece here for the unloading ramp. It's used to primarily get that shaping in there. but you can fold it down if you want. That's one of the few play features here. With these turbines here, they do utilize the exact same build, and they tell you to build it twice, but they don't tell you that until after you built one through building one of them. But just because of how similar they are in build, I don't mind these glaringly blatant holes right here, just because of how it needed to be built. But do appreciate the part usage back here, where you have that astromech BB head used here in plain gray for a little bit of shaping. Coming around to the front, you have some nice coloration with some tan and various shades of gray. You have some nice representation for the cockpit. The guns are turned into stud shooters, which we'll get into with the play feature in a minute. And then you have a nice printed console for some control panels here. Not a new piece, but nice to get it. Nice to see some representation of some controls there. You got some nice shaping making up the front of the Razor Crest. And then you have this nice big open seat for Mando to sit with. So, and you might be wondering why there's the 2x2 black open space that could have been filled in with to fill this out better. Well, that's for when you want to sit Mando in here. It's to accommodate the jetpack, so you don't have to remove the jetpack to sit him in here. He kind of leans a little bit forward with the jetpack on there, but it was smartly engineered to fit Mando in here with the jetpack. Going over play features again, we have the unloading ramp, which is technically a play feature. We have these new versions of the stud shooters where it's shaped differently, and it's not that much more prone to breaking, I don't think. But with these, you can it just fires out pretty well, which you just hit this lever, which, yeah, that went flying way off screen. I'm not going to get that one back. But pushing these in, when they're not in use, they kind of lay flush against the actual part there, so it kind of blends in, which is really nice. The other ones kind of looked a mess for that. With these, you can load the stud either facing up or facing down, but that's just the way it loads into here. So it just fires out. You can't, even when you have this thing right side up, you're going to have a sideways shot for that stud. But getting into vehicle representation here, I've seen so many complaints in the community for this not looking the part of the Razor Crest, and I feel it does, because it does have all the shaping, all the hallmarks. It's just squashed and condensed to accommodate for the Microfighter style. Where I think everybody is, where it loses a lot of the shaping here is the front cockpit here, where in the actual vehicle it's this giant curved sloping windscreen, and you kind of lose a lot of the shaping of the vehicle when they omitted it to make room for Mando to sit there, I think, and then only have some representation of the windscreen, like right there. So I think maybe as a compromise, they should have moved Mando a little bit back, made like more of a valiant attempt to kind of capture that windscreen, that sloped windscreen that's here. So otherwise this thing just looks like one flat long build, and that windscreen was a defining feature of the vehicle. But again, that's part of the compromise of having this thing not look all the best of microfighters. One of the concessions there is because they put the figure there, they lose some of the shaping. Another part for me is with the engines, because they got so condensed and so smudged down, they kind of look like they're just slapped on there instead of looking like a natural part of the actual build. But that's just my 2 cents. Otherwise, I think this does look like a really good representation of the Razor Crest. It's just with some of the natural and necessary parts, you lose some of that just shrinking this down for that microfighter style. We've seen that with the AT-AT and the Millennium Falcon and the Naboo Starfighter, and like several others, where they just lose some of the look of the fate of the vehicle just to fit a figure in there to have this nice little chibi style that the Microfighter line is going for. So that concludes my look at the build here. Let's move on to box, extra pieces, packaging, and then I'll meet you back up for my final verdict. So here are the extra pieces for the set. Standard selection here, you do get an extra one of those new triggers for the new style stud shooter, and you do get one extra red stud designated as a specific extra ammo piece, though you do get an extra red one, so you technically have two, but they officially designate one as extra ammo. So over the instructions, pretty small. You do have the box art as a front cover here, just minus most of the information. You do have the QR code in the corner there. You do have the building instruction app letting you know that you can build it that way too. And then you got typical sort the pieces recommendation, what the set looks like all completed. They do employ the new Monkey Kid style to these instructions now, where they just show Mando in the corner as a little progress bar, and then they show a little burst behind every time you complete a certain sub build within it. And going to the end here, you do have 59 pages of building there. And then the back, you just have a cross sell for the winter wave for 2022 here. You'd have an advertisement for the much delayed Skywalker saga. And then you just have the parts inventory where you have this huge wasted blank space on this page. They could have put some of the parts on here so that it doesn't look that awkward, but it is what it is. And then on the back here, you just have the Clockwork Robot sporting that wind thing. So that does it for the instructions. So taking a look at the box, it's that typical $10 Microfighter size that we see. There is a significant change with 2022 to the Lego Star Wars packaging, where they just have the product shot of the set here, and then you have this black corner wrapping around the box of various different Lego pieces in black there. And then you have this tiled stripe running through, which is orange on this set, but it is different colors on other sets for this wave. I think they're trying to do what the Black Series is doing for Hasbro, where they just have color coded for the different properties of Star Wars sets, and designating that this dark orange is going to be for the Mandalorian base sets. Going to the top of the box, we have the Mando sporting the actual size reference there with a nice shape to the actual size. And on the back of the box, you have this nice image of the Mandalorian with the Razor Crest on the back, that off loading ramp down to show that it is a play feature, as well as how the new stud shooters work. One part that I don't like here is this is clearly way too over brightly exposed when they took this picture, because you can tell with Mando here, he is a way brighter shade of brown than he actually is in the sets. So a bit of a QC issue there, but that does it for looking at the box. So going to my final thoughts for the set. Build wise, it was pretty enjoyable build. Pretty quickly, a little repetitive towards the end with that turbine being built twice, and then the instructions not telling you to build it twice until after the fact. But for how it goes together, it is very nice. Play features are nice. I like those stud shooters. They fly out and shoot better, way better than the old style ever did. So play features are good there. Build representation, again, I've seen a lot of people in this community hate on this thing, and I do concede that without that windscreen shaping to the front of the cockpit, this thing kind of just looks like one flat surface, when the Razor Crest is not. It has that sloped windscreen to the front, so I think a little bit of was lost there with omitting that just to fit a minifigure in there. But I don't think that's the entire problem with it. It's just a little detractor. Minifigure wise, again, don't understand why they gave him the normal pistol instead of giving him one of his regular two pistols that he's come with in every other set. But my only thing is, maybe it was done to keep in line with the other microfighters, but there are no other microfighters being released alongside this, so maybe it was just to keep with the rest of the line there. I do like that he came with a jetpack. I don't like the fact that we still don't have a Din Djarin head for him underneath there. That would have been a great opportunity to include it with this set. But I do like the fact that we get that jetpack, that more kids are able to get a hold of a Mando with a jetpack, because the only other set he comes in like that is, again, that Mandalorian Forge, which is a retailer exclusive here in America. QC issues. There were a couple for me with the back of the box here, where they just, I don't know, overexposed the lighting when they took the back shot for the back of that set there. So Mando's colors on his outfit look way brighter than they are in the actual set. And then in the instructions, you have that whole not telling you to build two of the same item until way after the fact. I forgot to bring that up when I looked over the instructions, but also that giant waste of space in the parts inventory section also kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Price wise, $10 as always, pretty good price for this set. can't go wrong with it. Good little impulse buy for parents who want to buy their kid a Lego set but don't have that disposable income. You get Mando, you get his iconic ship. It's really a good deal, good play value. So I highly recommend this set. It gets a solid 8.5 points out of 10 from me. Let me know what you guys think about the set in the comments again, what you think about it, how I did with this review. Really helps out the channel. I always look forward to having conversations with you guys there too. And I will see you in the next review. And until next time, keep building.